Have you been sending the same type of text and it feels like the excitement is fading? Like your texts are too predictable and don't excite him as much? Well, it's normal in every relationship, but what if I tell you that there are some special texts that guys find quite intriguing and always respond to? Well, if you want to know about those secret texts, then stay with us because in the next few minutes, I shall reveal 7 texts that guys always respond to. This awareness will help you spice things up again in your love life, and you will be talking with him all day and night. Now just hit the like button and let's begin. Number 7. Has anyone told you that you're the sexiest man today? Alright ladies, let's just start off our list with something more flirty rather than casual text. The text that your man will find surprising is when you message him, "Has anyone told you that you are the sexiest man today?" This is a surprisingly flirty message that will catch him off guard. You can imagine that look on his face when he looks at that romantic message popping out all of a sudden. Now, let me tell you why these texts work and how it can help you ignite a conversation. When you text him with "Has anyone told you that you are the sexiest man today?" his response will probably be no, to which you can reply, "Well, this sexy woman thinks so." And that's how you can start a spicy conversation. If he's in a good mood, well then he might reply with, "Sexiest man? Only today?" And you can reply with, "Well, that's a secret you'll have to find out yourself." This response will spark an intrigue, making him text you more and more. Now, let's see how this kind of text actually works and how guys feel after seeing those texts. It taps right into their need for validation, and when you tell him that he's the sexiest, well, it's not just about his appearance, it's about the whole vibe. That's why guys love it when they get such a compliment. I mean, well, being humans and all, we just love someone who praises us. You can think about yourself. Remember when someone told you that you were looking for the most pretty thing in the entire gathering? Doesn't it feel quite different? It's the same thing you can use to spark a conversation with your man. However, when you write the text, make sure that you craft it right. So, here's what you can do when you need to send him a similar flirty text. Firstly, be very specific and highlight a quality with a specific situation instead of giving him a general compliment. Instead of saying, "You look sexy," you could say, "You look very sexy in that red outfit." Or, "I was just thinking about that time that you wore that tuxedo. You looked incredible." These texts will depend on the scenario that will allow him to start a conversation. However, if you want a generic message that he will eagerly respond to, just go with this flirty message. Has anyone ever told you that you are the sexiest man on the planet? Number 6. What can you do or say that would make you even more loved today? Have you ever wondered how to make your man feel even more adored? Well, try sending him a romantic message like, "What can I say or do that will make you feel even more loved today?" This text will hit him like receiving a gift full of red roses. It not only shows your affection, but also invites him to engage and share what he wants. It's a sweet surprise that will definitely make him smile. But more importantly, it delivers a signal that you care. Now, how can this message help in a spicy conversation? Well, in this message, it is so straightforward and bold that you can already tell where the conversation will go, right? He might respond with something playful like, "You already make me feel loved," and then you can reply back with, "But not even close to how much I want." These few exchanges of love messages are great kickstarters for a more meaningful conversation that can strengthen the bond. Now, let's have a look at why this message works and why guys just can't ignore it. You see, it's all about hitting his emotion. Everyone wants to feel loved, but guys don't get to listen to all that as often. Their life is full of meeting up to expectations and handling responsibilities. And all that, when they get a message of love, well, it melts their hearts for a moment. In short, men appreciate feeling loved and valued, and this question allows them to express how they want to be treated. Okay, but here are some tips though that will make such a perfect text all the time. Just remember, it's just a flirty message. It's about love that taps into his emotions. So keeping the message genuine and true is very important. Just express what you feel in the best words possible. Additionally, keep in mind his mood and context, and if he's having a tough day, you might frame it with a bit more empathy like, "I know you've had a long day, and what can I do to help you feel loved right now?" And if he's done something important for you, well then you can text him, "You always do a lot for me, and now it's my turn to make you feel loved." Number 5. Midday Rendevous. Alright ladies, the third on our list is a quite different one from the other two. This text is all about humor, but it has to be meaningful as well. You see, flirting is important, but most conversations that go for hours usually have an element of fun in them. The phrase you can use to catch his attention is midday rendezvous. Now this is a call to a meeting, but sort of in a funny way. At the same time, it creates excitement for him to meet you. And that's how this text works in getting his attention. And you can use this excitement to spark a conversation. For example, if he replies with when and where, well, you can say, "Are you trying to get me fired?" Another funny reply would be, "Well, what about my responsibilities?" "Oh, wait, let's do it." But what if he says he's busy at work and can't come? Well, you can still keep this conversation going by saying something like, "No worries, I'll just have to send a spy to deliver my kisses." It's not about meeting after all, it's about creating a fun conversation that keeps it flowing. Now, besides the excitement of meeting you, this text has another psychological impact on him. Life can get pretty mundane with work and responsibilities, so a spontaneous invitation can make him feel special and wanted. Moreover, everyone wants a quick half-hour escape from the world of stressful office work, and your text, well, it gives him that option. The idea of spending time with you boosts his self-esteem and makes him send you tons of replies. Now, what are the things that you need to look into before sending this text? Just look out for his routine, his office schedule, and also your relationship dynamics with him. If he is a working hard rather than hard-working kind of guy, well then this text midday rendezvous would be enough to ensure that you are not forcing him on, but keeping it fun as well. If he is the kind that wants an escape from work, then maybe you add a bit more to your text. You can say, "Midday rendezvous? I'll bring the dessert." Or, "How about a quick lunch at our favorite spot?" You will definitely be getting tons of replies after that. Number 4. Thank you for your influence on me. One question for all you ladies watching this video. Are you grateful that your man is in your life? Or do you believe that his presence has changed you for the good? Now, most of your answers will be yes. You just have to use that expression honestly with a text to get him talking. A simple yet powerful text for this purpose would be, "Thank you for your influence on me." Here is an example of how this text can be a conversation starter. Let's say you suddenly text him with, "Thank you for your influence on me." If he responds with, "What did I do to deserve such a compliment?" well, you can say, "Honestly, just being your amazing self." This will put a smile on his face and open doors for a more meaningful conversation. Similarly, if he replies with, "That's really sweet of you to say. I guess I should influence you more often," you can reply back with, "Absolutely, but I think you are already doing a lot." In response, he will try to explain how he can do more for you, and that's how you can see the conversation is going to go along. Now, let's have a good look at how this simple text of gratitude can emotionally impact him. You see, in a relationship, it feels extremely good when you have a positive impact on your partner or her life. By expressing gratitude, you're acknowledging his role in your journey, which can deepen your emotional bond. Being grateful to your partner is essential for your relationship, and one of the best ways to do this is by sending him these texts. And not only does it help thrive the relationship, but it also helps survive a midnight conversation. Now again, you can craft your text of gratitude based on the scenario. Try to personalize it a bit. You can say, "Thank you for your influence on me. I'm so glad you encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone." If he motivates you to lose some weight, you can send him the text, "Gym day 1 is done. Thank you for your support." It doesn't always have to be specific. You can just randomly text him saying thank you for everything. And after all, showing appreciation is a fantastic way to keep the connection alive. Number 3. What's something silly you wish we could do together right now? You know those moments when you just want to laugh and be a little goofy? Sending a text like, "What's something silly you wish we could do together right now?" can spark a fun conversation that brings out the playful side in both of you. It's a lighthearted way to keep things casual, and trust me, guys love it when you open the door for some laughter. When you send this text, you're not just asking a question, you're inviting him to think outside the box and come up with something silly. His response could range from something like, "I wish we could have a pillow fight right now," or "How about we try to make the world's biggest sandwich?" Whatever he says, it's going to make him smile and think about the fun that you could have together. That playful banter is what keeps the connection alive. This kind of text works because it taps into a guy's fun side, and let's face it, life can get serious and everyone loves a chance to be a little goofy. So when you ask him about something silly to do, well, it not only lightens up the mood, but it also shows that you're someone who enjoys having fun. It's a great way to relieve stress and connect without the pressure of a serious conversation. Plus, it opens up the floor for him to share his wild ideas, which can be a total blast. Now, if he replies with something silly, you can keep the playful vibe going. For example, if he says, "How about we dress up as superheroes and save the world?" Well, you can respond with, "Only if you promise to wear a cape, and I'll be the sidekick." This kind of back and forth keeps things exciting and keeps him wanting to chat with you even more. Number 2. How do you really feel about me? When you message "How do you really feel about me?", you're getting into a more esoteric conversation that can bring you closer to each other. Bold and straightforward, telling that you are not scared to talk about your feelings. It's going to be a kind of message that catches him off guard. But what a great way it is to make him feel the need to be honest with you and open up about his feelings. You may discover how much he loves you when he responds. It could be something sweet too, playful, like, "I think you're pretty amazing," or, "Honestly, I think I'm the luckiest guy." Regardless of what he has to say, you already have the opening to say things too, so the conversation just rolls. For instance, if he says, "I really like you," well, then you can shoot back with, "I like you too. What do you like most about me?" Not only does this keep the conversation alive, but also lets him give his thoughts elaborately. The psychology behind this message is that it shows you value transparency in your relationship. Many guys appreciate it when someone asks them directly how they feel because it makes them feel significant. Plus, it gives him a chance to think about your relationship and what it means to him. It's human nature to enjoy sharing feelings and having those feelings validated. To craft your message effectively, keep the tone casual but sincere. You want him to feel comfortable opening up, so make sure your vibe is relaxed. For example, you could say, "Hey, I've been thinking. How do you really feel about me?" This approach can lead to some meaningful exchanges and can even deepen your connection. Number 1. What's something that made you smile today? Alright ladies, I would finish my video with a text that is the kind of thought-provoking one for your man. Now, I don't mean you start asking him questions about the origin of life or creation of the universe. Your question should be simple and recent enough for him to think interestingly without putting pressure on his brain. One simple yet engaging text would be, "What's something that made you smile today?" Now, the question is not only stimulating, but it also is entertaining, which means that you can easily get him to talk to you. Now, let's say he replies with, "Your text message?" Well, that means that your text has already done its work and he is already in the mood to have a nice chat with you. In case of this response, you can reply back with, "I'm just getting started," adding a bit of fun to the conversation. And if he mentions a funny meme, well, you can reply with, "I need to see it. Send it my way." This keeps the conversation going and shows that you're interested in his life. Let's say that he replies about talking with his buddies. Well, you can reply with, "Okay, so are you going to share the secrets of the boys with me?" This kind of fun yet stimulating reply will keep him engaged. All of these exchanges are great for talk, but all these aren't just random texts. There is a great psychological reason why guys actually get engaged with these texts. You see, we all have happy moments in our life, but we don't get to share them with others sometimes. And maybe we couldn't find the right time, or sometimes the situation does not allow us to share them. But when you specifically ask for those moments, it gives guys the opportunity to share them with you. This opportunity to express their feelings keeps them in the conversation. Now, the thing you need to keep in mind is that this phrase might not always get him to reply back. Sometimes he can be too stressed from work or sad that he might not feel like replying. But other than that, if he is in a good mood, this text is powerful enough to keep him going with exchanges of text. Moreover, when he responds, you can ask another thought-provoking question, and so on. This can actually open up the doors to lighthearted banter, sweet moments, and deepen conversations. Let's conclude our video here. I hope you ladies enjoyed it, and if yes, subscribe to our channel and remember to give us a like and share your thoughts in the comment section.